LeBron James' decision on his $52.6 million player option is the first domino the Los Angeles Lakers are waiting for to fall this offseason. 2 weeks ago, ESPN's Shams Charania reported that James is likely to opt in to return to the Lakers for one more season. However, Clutch Point's Anthony Irwin believes James would ultimately give the Lakers a hometown discount like he did last year. The majority of the noise is that he's going to opt in, Irwin said on the Boha's Block podcast by The Athletic's Lakers beat reporter Jovan Boha. But in the back of my mind, I do think there's a real possibility here that he opts out and signs a one-in-one deal and also talks to the Lakers about if they need a little bit of help getting a slightly further below the first apron to have more flexibility on a trade or something like that. We're talking about a very small haircut, not the 8-figure discount that some people had lined up for him. According to ESPN's front office insider Bobby Marks, James will be eligible to sign up to a 3-year, $175.3 million contract with the Lakers if he opts out. Last year, James was open to taking a significant pay cut for the Lakers to pursue top free agents on his list, such as Klay Thompson, James Harden, DeMar DeRozan, and Jonas Valanciunas. But when nothing materialized, James ultimately took nearly $3 million pay cut to help the Lakers avoid the second apron. He signed a 1+1 deal for $101.4 million instead of his max $104 million. No marquee free agents available. This offseason, there will be no Thompson or Harden to chase in an underwhelming free agent class unless Harden or Irving opts out of their player options and decides to go elsewhere, which is unlikely to happen. If James picks up his player option, the Lakers will go $1.3 million over the luxury tax. They will still have access to their $5.7 million taxpayer mid-level exception, MLE, and have flexibility to aggregate contracts in a trade. But if he opts out and takes more than $1.3 million pay cut, that would allow the Lakers to go below the luxury threshold and would give them access to the non-taxpayer $14.1 million MLE. LeBron pay cut can lead to solid upgrades. Such sacrifice move from James will increase the Lakers' chances to sign some of the headliners in the free agent market, such as starting caliber centers Naz Reid, Brook Lopez, or ascending wing Nickeil Alexander-Walker. They could also spread the money to sign multiple free agents if they missed out on their top targets. Splitting that $14.1 million MLE on a Clint Capella plus another wing such as Gary Trent Jr. or another ball handler like former Laker Dennis Schroeder could shore up their depth, which was greatly exposed in their first-round series loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves. James still deserves the max, but if he wants to have a shot at adding another championship before his career ends, sacrifices are to be made not just on the basketball court but also financially. There have been no indications that the Los Angeles Lakers will get their hands on Kevin Durant this offseason. However, that doesn't mean they won't be involved in a deal. The Lakers don't need Durant, but they need reinforcements for next season. A Durant trade could get that for them in a multi-team deal. The latest intel from NBA insider Jake Fisher revealed who the top 2 teams are that are currently vying for Durant, writing, "Things are obviously fluid at this stage, but the 2 teams most frequently cited as potential landing spots for Durant entering Saturday's business, league sources say, were Minnesota and Miami. If the Heat pull the trigger on Durant, and the Suns' main priority in a deal is to save money, Phoenix could reroute what the Heat send them for salary matching purposes. That's where the Lakers could pounce. Andrew Wiggins is among the most likely candidates the Heat would send out to get Durant. As it turns out, Wiggins was named a potential trade candidate for the Lakers. On Saturday, Jovan Boha of The Athletic said Wiggins is a player the Lakers could realistically acquire. Looking at the current market, Nicholas, Claxton, and Wiggins are probably the best realistic players the Lakers could get for each of their 2 big holes, Boha said. Boha added, "If you can get Claxton as your starting center and Wiggins as your starting 3, and you still have LeBron, Austin, and Luka, I really like that starting 5 together." Not long after this report, ESPN's Shams Charania revealed Durant would sign a long-term agreement with Miami, the San Antonio Spurs, or Houston Rockets if he landed with one of those 3 teams. This further intensified the buzz around Durant and the Heat, which could also impact Wiggins' future. The Los Angeles Lakers desperately need a center as the team enters the upcoming NBA offseason. After being exposed in the playoffs by the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Lakers' front office understands the top priority for the summer. Los Angeles has been linked with multiple players ahead of the offseason, but there remains one perfect match. That would be center Walker Kessler from the Utah Jazz. The Lakers have tried to land Kessler from Utah multiple times before, but they have been shot down each time. However, Kessler is now eligible for a contract extension this summer, and whether Utah wants to pay him remains unknown. According to Lakers insider Dave McMenamin of ESPN, Los Angeles remains very interested in going after Kessler. The Lakers could look to re-engage with the Jazz this summer on a potential deal. Walker Kessler remains a name that the Lakers are intrigued by. That remains a player that the Lakers feel could fill the void that they have at center. Landing Kessler would cost the Lakers a pretty penny, but he could be worth it. Kessler is the exact type of center that Los Angeles wants to put around star guard Luka Doncic moving forward. Kessler is one of the best defensive centers in the game today, and he could completely alter the Lakers roster. While he doesn't space the floor, he is a rim-running, lob threat that Los Angeles could use very effectively. Last season, Kessler averaged 11.1 points, 12.2 rebounds, 1.7 assists, and 2.4 blocks per game for the Jazz. Utah has kept Kessler in very high regard, and they have asked for a massive trade package if they were ever to move him. But with Kessler now eligible to be paid, teams across the league will see how Utah really values him. If the Jazz don't believe he is worth a big extension, trading him this summer would make all the sense in the world. Los Angeles would be at the front of the line in any deal, and Kessler seems to be the main target for the front office. The Lakers can sweeten any offer to the Jazz by taking off the top 4 protections on the 2027 first-round draft pick that they owe Utah. A trade for Kessler still feels unlikely at this point, but this summer could give the Lakers the opening they need. Kessler could be the center of the future in Los Angeles, and the Lakers should do whatever they can to grab him.